basketball fans, you've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Here with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Amen Thompson and the Houston Rockets. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, we've got George. Nurkić is out there with Anderson. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Sensabaugh in at the shooting guard position. And for Golden State, they're going with Hield and Butler on the wing. Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. And it's Podziemski in at the point. Doris, as we get deeper into this schedule now, the NBA picture is starting to develop.
Kev, I love it because the intensity around the league is starting to tick up just a notch. You've got the teams that are very much hitting their stride and the others that are still trying to figure out, hey, what's working for us and what isn't working for us.
Now George, after the missed 3 from Buddy Hield, basket counts.
Well, this is exactly where you want Jusuf Nurkić operating on the offensive end.
And it's the Warriors' ball. Bounce pass, Butler. Podziemski finds Butler. Six on the shot clock. Green breaking loose. Shot's good by Butler.
Jimmy Butler playing with aggression right now, boy. If he touches the paint, he is thinking score.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Pass to Sensabaugh. Outside, Markkanen. Trains the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Markkanen against Butler. Outside, Green. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Pass to Kuminga. Here's Podziemski. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season. And it's good, 2 points.
Well, this is where Anderson has functioned for most of his career. So savvy on the interior.
And so here is Golden State. It's a 5-point game. Hield outside. Butler on the wing. Outside, Kuminga. Back to Butler. Clock at 6. No good with the triple. For Utah, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Here's Podziemski. He's covered by Anderson. Pass to Hield from the arc. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Boy, that's brutal. 1 for 5 to start. You have got to find your footing offensively.
Anderson up top, covered by Hield. Anderson outside. Markkanen a screen on Hield. Here's Anderson. Draymond Green with the rebound.
I'd go back to that shot again. That's a great look from the mid-range.
And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent, it's also about timing.
Here's Sensabaugh, following the basket by Jonathan Kuminga.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Podziemski on the wing, defended by George. Markkanen against Butler. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
And he knocks down the first one. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
And so Butler nails both of them. Well, we know the Jazz have been up front. Before you can rebuild, Doris, you got to tear down, and that's what they've done.
And Kevin, that requires extraordinary patience. You have to be willing to trade away veterans who can contribute to winning, and you have to be willing to prolong the process in order to get max returns. But be under no illusions. Losing is hard on everyone.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight coverage.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
Golden State's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Golden State moving the ball around. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Off target with his 3. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Trailblazers. Floats it up there for Nurkić. It's stolen by Green. 3-on-3. Here's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
That's as easy as it gets for Kuminga. Defense has to bring more energy than that.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 1. Outside, Markkanen. Anderson passes to Markkanen. That one goes in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Utah.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
That free throw good from Markkanen. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
Now here's Butler. He has 6. Yep, that one goes in there. Butler's got 8 points.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
The Jazz have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. That 3 off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Butler with the ball. Now defended by Markkanen. Butler passes to Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Here's Sensabaugh. The Warriors making the shot. George sets a screen. Unloads from 13. And off the glass. That one's good.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
Butler against Markkanen. And Butler gets it to go. He's got 10.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's George. hasn't made one yet. Pass to Markkanen. And Nurkić has it in the corner. Nurkić setting the pick for George. 6 to shoot. And it's off from three-point range. The Warriors leading. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, "When someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, 'That's the Dirk.' Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri." Back to you.
Ooh, that's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here's George. Following the basket by Draymond Green. Pass to Sensabaugh. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
Hits. Got that one from Nurkić.
Well, Keyonte George demonstrating right there he's a team-first guy. Teammate open, you put it where it needs to be.
Outside Butler. The three. Connects from three-point range. Butler's got 13.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Jazz trail by 5. Now George. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers. The three. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Golden State's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Hield kicks to Kuminga. Here's Pajemski, defended by George. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer, Butler, good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
So you can see the team is just continuing to call his number. Until the defense figures it out, it ain't going to change.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And a chance here to check out some stats for Keyonte George.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Jazz trail by 8. Here's Collier. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Lakers.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Now, here's Moody. And it's Butler with the jam.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Here's Collier. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Inside, it's stolen by Kuminga. Here's Moody. Butler with room to shoot. 6 on the shot clock. The second chance effort. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
And the Jazz making a change here. Bailey's checked in. Free throw, good Butler. And in the summer of 2022, Greg, the Utah Jazz traded away their franchise cornerstones, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And that signaled the beginning of their rebuild. But they've overachieved for a couple of seasons now that ended last year when they really bottomed out.
Warriors leading by 11. Pass to Green. There's a good screen. And here is Butler. There's the triple. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Bailey with the ball, defended by Butler. Bailey passes to Filipowski. Here's Nurkić. Back to Filipowski. 5 to shoot. Nurkić setting the pick for George. Lets the 3 fly. With 1 on the clock and finished off by Nurkić.
Jusuf Nurkić goes about 7 foot, 300 pounds. If you don't check him out, he's going to make you pay.
Nurkić has gone a perfect 5 for 5 from the field. Butler deciding where to go with it. Here's Green. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Green's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's George. Still yet to score. 58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Collier. Now Nurkić. Here's Collier. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Al Horford is checked in for the Warriors. Gary Payton comes in for Kuminga. Love's checked in for the Jazz. Markkanen comes in for George. Warriors leading by 14. Now here's Butler. 24 points for him. Utah with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
You know what? In the end of the day, it wasn't as close as it should have been. There were lapses all night that led to the deficit they couldn't overcome.
Markkanen passes to Bailey. There's the pick. From outside the arc, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Right back after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Filipowski's out there with Bailey. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Collier. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 2-guard spot. Tries to save it. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting teams. Number 5, the Warriors.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
And the Warriors making a change here. Post is checked in. Jazz trail by 14. Here's Collier. No scoring in this one. That one drops for him.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
The Warriors shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Pass to Horford. Outside, Payton. Lock at 6. Moody finds Horford. Golden State moving it around. Oh, good on the triple. The Jazz shooting well. 50% from the floor. Here's Collier. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Bailey with the ball. Payton's there. Another shot. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Kevin Love.
See, I like when Kevin Love goes to his high percentage game on the interior. He has the size, he has the touch.
Pass to Horford. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. In the corner, Moody with it. Outside, Horford. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Bailey.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Collier. Kicks it out to Love. Another miss by Love.
Now, how about this? He cannot find his rhythm in this period. This has been tough sledding.
In the corner, Moody with it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
So both teams changing it up here. You know, DB, I heard some NBA officials talking about having a feel for the game and them drawing a line between playing aggressive and playing rough. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, Kev, this is so fascinating to me because we've seen a reversion back to a little bit more of a physical game. But without some definitive guidelines, it makes the officials' job harder.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Stats for Lauri Markkanen. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. He's right around 29 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Anderson outside. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Collier. Shoots over Podziemski. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Outside Butler. Here's Horford. Defended by Anderson. 6 to shoot. Horford dishes to Heel. Back to Horford. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
I love it when Al Horford is challenging defenders to stay with him. Use your physicality, big man.
Pass to Markkanen. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Sensabaugh. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%. Warriors leading by 10. Pass to Moody. At the elbow, Horford. The kick outside to Butler. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Butler's got 27 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Sensabaugh. He had 15 points last outing. Here's Collier. Pass to Sensabaugh. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Jusuf Nurkić, he's checked in for Utah. And here are the Warriors now. 10-point lead. Pass to Moody. Now here's Butler. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. The shake. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Podziemski with it. Nothing on the board. And here is Green. Outside Butler. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkić.
Boy, at his best, Jimmy Butler is a versatile scorer, inside and outside. But what I will most remember him for, his competitive toughness.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Butler.
What I love most about Jimmy Butler is his will to win and the capacity he has to take his teammates right along with him.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
Down low. Back to Podziemski. Misses the 3. Jazz trail by 11. Now Anderson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers. The lead now cut to single digits. Markkanen's got 9.
Well, this has always been Lauri Markkanen's calling card, right? A 7-footer who can space the floor with that 3-point shooting ability.
Golden State moving it around. Now, here's Moody. Still scoreless. Here's Butler. And the Warriors miss again. Utah's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Pass to Collier. And here is Markkanen. Takes a three. And no good that time. Here's Butler. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, I love to watch Jimmy Butler work in the post. High activity level. Hard not to foul that guy.
The Warriors have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First one falls for Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Moody. And Utah also making a switch. Keyonte George, he's checked in for Collier. And so Butler nails both of them. Jazz trail by 10. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Now let's take a peek at the league leaders in scoring. 5th is Lauri Markkanen.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
Anderson outside. Here's Sensabaugh. Covered by Heel. Picked by Markkanen. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Markkanen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is where Markkanen's feel for the game. You can put him in pick and roll. He is going to find a way to score it.
Warriors leading by 8. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey, a big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process, seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Guys?
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's Podziemski, defended by George. Kuminga, no good. Jazz trail by 5. Markkanen from outside. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Kuminga sets a screen for Butler. And Kuminga throws it down.
Boy, perfect execution in the pick and roll. Butler always the guy who's going to draw attention, and he makes the unselfish play.
Jazz have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Kuminga against Anderson. Nurkić setting the pick for George. And a miss there on the triple. Warriors leading by 7. Butler passes to Green. Here's Filipowski. A three-pointer off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Warriors shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Pass to Green. Outside Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, no, stopping by that time.
Boy, it hasn't mattered what the defense has tried. He has had every counter. What a great night.
Jazz trail by 9. Here's George. Still without a basket. The Jazz again can't hit it.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Now, here's Nurkić. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers.
And it felt like he was literally everywhere on the defensive end. Multiple rejections, stifling all game long. Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Back to Green. And he lays it straight in. Green's got 6 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's George. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Anderson passes to George. Makes that one after missing his first 6 shot attempts. 1 for 7 and hungry for more.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
A minute 20 left in the first half of the game. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
for George. Just an incredible month of basketball. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. Anderson against Kuminga. Pass to Butler. Puts up a three. Rebounded by the Jazz. They host the Kings after this game, and that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Markkanen kicks to George. Here's Sensabaugh. Covered by Hield. Markkanen dishes to Anderson. Just 5 on the clock. Over Butler. Second chance shot. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 9 in the bucket from Markkanen.
This is what you hope. You want to see Markkanen mix it up on the glass, right? Keep the play alive. Make sure you convert.
Hield outside. Green with a screen for Hield. To the paint. The kick outside to Butler. Shoots it. The rebound by Anderson. Out left to the wing for the three. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Warriors. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey folks, we'll get things going here with a look at the injuries this team is battling.
And not having Steph Curry's presence on the floor is so tough. Obviously, he's a huge part of their offensive strategy, and I know why. Because he doesn't miss.
All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the Jazz.
They have been sloppy here, Ernie. You know, I know they're hearing it in the locker room right now. You can't compete with that many mistakes.
Yeah, a lot of wasted possessions on their part. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Here's George. They're going with Hield and Butler on the wing. Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. And it's Podziemski in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now Hield. After Lauri Markkanen misses from long range. Pass to Podziemski. Drops in the tray. Podziemski's got 5 now.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
Now here's Anderson. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Hield outside. Outside, Kuminga. And another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Outside, George. Anderson finds Markkanen. He wants to get it to Nurkić and does. Outside, George. The Jazz working the ball around now. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Here's Butler. Here's Kuminga. Offline with his three. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Utah. A 12-point game. Pass to Anderson. Back to Markkanen. And stolen by Butler. Here's Podziemski. Defended by George. And here is Kuminga. Butler from outside. Utah with the rebound. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the middle. Here's Nurkić. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. The Jazz second.
And contrary to what we see from other teams, this squad has no interest in playing strictly as individuals. Their assist numbers show what a cohesive bunch they are.
Warriors on D. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Here's Sensabaugh, covered by Hield. Shot clock at 3. Nurkić trying to get open. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Anderson.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Green with a screen for Hield from past the arc. A rebound by the Jazz. Anderson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to George. Here's Sensabaugh. He wants to get it to Nurkić and does. Outside for George. Three-pointer, Markkanen. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Kuminga's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Butler passes to Green. The shot's good. Green's got 8 points.
And one thing about Draymond, he almost invites contact.
Jazz trail by 12. George with the ball. Nurkić a screen on Hield to the inside and finish off by Nurkić.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Butler kicks to Green to the wing right side. Fires from deep. And the rebound by Nurkić. Nurkić has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Markkanen with it. Butler covering. Nurkić. The kick out to Anderson. for three. The Warriors pull it in. Butler's got his 6th rebound on the night. And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
No, obviously something that, every player fears. The NBA has made player safety a priority, but injuries continue to happen.
And the Warriors making a change here. Horford's checked in.
Number 20.
Here to check out some numbers for Nurkić. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's averaging 7 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
And here is Butler. 32 points in the game. Hield from outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, Hield always has the green light from behind the arc. This guy's so efficient.
George dishes to Markkanen out to the right wing. Here's Sensabaugh. He's got 10. Pass to George. Utah moving it around. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Sensabaugh's got 13 points. Now Hield. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And the dunk by Horford.
How about the playmaking ability of Al Horford? Wonderful at positioning himself and capitalizing.
Jazz trail by 12. In his 16th season in the NBA, Doris, Al Horford got his first title with the Celtics.
That 2024 championship was so special for Al. Remember, he had played almost 200 playoff games. And remember, for the vast majority of that run, Al Horford was the starting five for the Boston Celtics. Incredible.
And this play took real commitment from Kuminga. Just never gave up on him.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
That free throw good from Kuminga.
And we continue to see Kuminga improve at a steady rate. He's a young big with a bright future in this league.
Now, here's George. Pass to Sensabaugh. George with the screen on Hield. Here's Sensabaugh. Again, the Jazz score.
Boy, despite his efficiency, they just can't get over the hump.
Warriors leading by 13. Podziemski with it. He's got 5. Hield outside. And the 3 off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Got that bucket.
Aggressive slash from the young guard. George fears no one when attacking the basket.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Pass to Podziemski. Outside Butler. Here's Podziemski, defended by George. And the Warriors miss again.
Boy, they've managed without him to a degree, which bodes well for them overall.
To the middle. Here's Nurkić. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Horford.
And that's one of the things Nurkić does so well. Absorb contact and still be in control.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Moses Moody, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And a switcher also for Utah. Collier's checked in.
One of the things I think teams love when you have Jusuf Nurkić is the kind of physicality he brings nightly in the middle of the paint. This is a guy who's capable of 20 and 20 on a good night.
Now here is Horford. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Now here's Kuminga. 5 on the clock. From deep. And that's good. Buddy Hield for 3. Hield's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Warriors. Outside, George. Pass to Sensabaugh. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Moses Moody. The Jazz shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
The first free throw is good. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Outside, Horford. Golden State moving the ball around. Hield from outside. Rebound by Nurkić. Jazz trail by 9. Here's Collier. He's got 5. Pass to Sensabaugh. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
He has been a one-man show trying to keep them competitive.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Utah.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
Warriors leading by 6. Podziemski finds Hield. Outside, Kuminga. Back to Hield. Pass to Podziemski. Off target from three-point range.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
This is where the length of Keyonte George helps, right? Inside, he's so much longer than your typical guard.
The Warriors have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Now here is Horford. Kuminga up top, defended by Anderson. Anderson against Kuminga. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. The Warriors have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. That one misses for Kuminga. And here are the Jazz now. They're on a 14-5 run. Down low. Shot's good by Filipowski.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Healed outside. They set the screen. Pass to Kuminga. Now Horford. Defended by Filipowski. Clock at 6. Now Podziemski. Moody finds Horford. Shoots over Filipowski. Horford no luck. And it's Anderson with the ball for Utah. Stolen. Hield attacking. And Hield slams it home.
Well, Mr. Hield deciding to show you he's got a little athletic ability. How about that finish?
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Jazz trail by 6. Outside, George. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Collier. He has 5. And he banks in the layup. Collier's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Warriors leading by 4. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Deciding to change it up. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. In 3rd, the Jazz.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
And the Warriors with possession here. They lead by 4. Richard, defended by George. Right wing. 6 on the shot clock. A nice shot by Moody.
And becoming better at just knowing when to move the ball. Kuminga improving as a passer.
1:52 left in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Bailey. Here's Mikhailu. To the paint. It's stolen by Kuminga. And here is Horford. Defended by Filipowski. Now Moody. Here's Richard. No good on the 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Outside, George. 1:03 left in the third quarter. Pass to Mikhailuk. A shot's good on the assist by George. George has got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Richard defended by George. Payton kicks to Richard. Golden State moving the ball around to the left wing. In the corner, Horford with it. Releases. Rebound, Utah. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's George. 6 points for him. Inside. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Bailey.
And at about 6'9", Bailey is good at using that size inside. Looking like a polished vet on that tape.
George with the steal. Fires from way outside. No good on the last second attempt there. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Warriors lead by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Kyle Filipowski. Then it's Collier. Then there's Bailey. And it's Mikhailuk in at the shooting guard.
Nice work from the veteran big man Al Horford getting things done inside.
Here's Collier. Just 5 to shoot. And Horford pulls it down. Warriors leading by 3. Now Butler. Pass to Moody. Here's Payton. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Here's Mikhailuk. Here's Collier. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Over Richard. Markkanen can't get it to go. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Here's Richard. Pass to Moody. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Mikhailuk passes to Collier. That one falls.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Butler with the ball. Butler hits it with traffic.
Oh, you can see the swagger and the body language. Jimmy Butler is cooking, and he's letting the defense know it.
Jazz trail by 3. And we get a report from the sideline. Let's get the scoop on Draymond Green. Allie, how's he doing?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Warriors provided some info for us. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. He'll be out for the rest of this game, and it sounds like it'll be a considerable amount of time before he's back in playing shape. Over to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be a while before we see him again, and that hurts. You hope to maximize your time in this league as much as possible. Being out that long has got to be heartbreaking for this young guy.
That free throw good from Butler, and Utah making a change here. Nurkić is checked in. And so Butler nails both of them. Jazz trail by 5. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Down low. Ball stolen. And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Moody. And the basket is good. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Collier. Shot clock at 6. Fires at the elbow. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Butler's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Out to Payton and out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Boy, a turnover like that will have a coach just staring at his shoes, biting his tongue.
Jazz trail by 7. Here's Collier. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
Markkanen finishes that with authority. Look out below.
Now here's Butler. Look at the attack of Butler in the lane.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Here's Collier. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Filipowski. Now, here's Nurkić, guarded by Horford, and the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Warriors leading by 7. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. And here is Kuminga. Pass to Hield. From 6 feet out, he nails it.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. And here's Anderson. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Sensabaugh. Launches it. Al Horford with the rebound. Hield the pass to Kuminga. Count that one. And now an 11-point Warrior lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Jazz have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
Wow, Anderson at the rim. Look out below.
And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Butler dishes to Hield. Picked by Horford. Hield attacking. Now Butler. 6 to shoot. And he makes good on the layup. Butler's got 40 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Jazz trail by 11. George with the ball. Over to the wing. Here's Sensabaugh. Covered by Hield. They get the rebound. Markkanen kicks to George. To the middle. And finished off by Nurkić.
Boy, what a night for Jusuf Nurkić. They have gone to him time and again, and it's paying off.
Here's Podziemski. Pass to Horford. Outside, Kuminga. Now, here's Butler. Shoots over Markkanen. Butler, no good. Jazz have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Anderson. And he dunks it right in, right on Buddy Hield. Oh, man.
Well, Kyle Anderson, anything but slow-mo on that one. Nice drive.
Warriors leading by 7. Pass to Podziemski. On the wing, Hield. Outside, Kuminga. Here's Butler. The tray. Butler loves the three-point look.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Outside, Markkanen. And here's Anderson. Anderson with the screen for George. It's Anderson with the drive and finished off by Anderson.
We know Keyonte George is an effective playmaker. He always seems to make the right decision with the ball.
Now here's Butler. Pass to Podziemski. In the corner, it's Hield. Horford sets a screen for Hield. No good from outside.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Markkanen passes to George. Nurkić against Horford, and stolen by Horford. On the wing, Hield. Kuminga, no good.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
And Anderson kicks to George. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Sensible, covered by Heel. And it's George finishing it off.
Keyonte George with the elevation. How about that vertical, folks?
Warriors leading by 6. Here's Podziemski. Back to Butler. Elbow shot is on the way. That's good on the jump shot. Butler's got 45 points.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
George looking over the floor. Here's Markkanen. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And you can sense the urgency from them now. They were flat in that first half, but they've come out here in the second and been much more aggressive offensively.
Yep, that's going to go in.
This, to me, is how Butler hurts you. The athleticism, the strength, the body control, draws the whistle, still finishes the play.
Free throw dropped for Butler.
And just not nearly as effective at drawing fouls on the defense as he was in that first half.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. George fires. That's good from 6.
Boy, the halftime break, I don't know what they gave him to drink back there, but he is pouring it on right now.
Warriors leading by 7. Outside heel. Now Butler. Horford with a screen on Markkanen. Oh, great touch off the pass.
Well, there isn't a shot Al Horford cannot make, and on the interior, that's easy work for him.
The Jazz shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Here's George. That one is off.
Oh, he missed the chippy. What are the odds? That's so frustrating.
Hits it again. Wow.
My goodness. 50 for the 8.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Jazz trail by 11. Here's Sensible. Markkanen outside. Outside, George. Anderson the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Rebounded by Kuminga. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Butler.
There's a relentless effort from Jimmy Butler every night, and he's going to push through the foul and get his shot opportunity.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And the first one at the line is good. And so Butler nails both of them. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Now Markkanen. Oh, off the glass.
Get the ball and go to work. Markkanen using his size to great effect inside.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Butler. And again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Jazz trail by 13.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Warriors.
Their superior ball handling went for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Butler.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And he makes the first. Good on both. And here is Butler. Beyond the arc, and there's the three.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And so it's Utah with it after the Warriors pick up 3. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's George. Shot clock at 5. Let's lose a 3. Horford pulls it down. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now, let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Jimmy, it seemed like the defensive end was where this game was decided. What was the key there?
That everybody locked into the scouting report, and we had a lot of guys that could switch and guard up one-on-one, take that challenge. But I think, man, all in all, we just played incredible.
That versatility is going to pay off all season. Thanks so much, Jimmy.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So, for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, saying thanks for joining us. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jimmy Butler.